Across the Tri-State, there continues to be a growing problem of deer getting into populated areas. For safety reasons, several northern Kentucky cities are addressing the issues. One city is proposing that officers use bow and arrows to take care of the problem. 9 on your side's TJ Parker explains from Fort Mitchell.
Like many northern Kentucky communities, the city of Fort Mitchell is trying to come up with some ideas on how to control its deer population. And one of the ideas being tossed around is using a bow and arrow. Dan Chabelle has been shooting his bow and arrow at 3D targets for years. He's the archery chair for Campbell County Game and Fish and an advocate for deer conservation.
So they have to go somewhere, so they're causing a little bit of a problem, I guess.
A big problem for city officials in Fort Mitchell. At a recent city council meeting, Mayor Jude Heyman tossed around the idea of arming off-duty officers with bow and arrows and letting them hunt deer. He says they would have to get permission from a landowner and obtain proper permits, but it could be a possible solution.
It is a humane way with someone who is skilled at it.
Dan says with new subdivisions and cities getting bigger, deer are running out of habitat. Car crashes involving deer are also up in the Tri-State. This video from last year shows a Kenton County officer hitting a buck while on patrol. Dan says other ways cities could thin out the deer population is by setting up traps, which he says is expensive, or tranquilize the animal. He believes, though, using a bow and arrow is the most ethical way.
They're actually kind of hard to keep out of the yard.
People we spoke with say they appreciate the city's efforts to control the deer population.
I think it's great for the safety of the deer population and the residents of Fort Mitchell.
I appreciate if there is a safety issue, that the city's looking into it.
In Fort Mitchell, I'm TJ Parker, 9 on your side.
Well, not everyone was on board with the proposal. Neighbors who didn't want to talk on camera say they worry about where the bow and arrows will be used. The city of Fort Mitchell says it doesn't have a plan set in stone yet, and they're going to meet to discuss the issue again during the next council meeting on October 3rd.